The crossover no one expected, but maybe we should have. Welcome to Star Joes. I'm your host Ryan, and today I'm going to be covering Transformers My Little Pony Friendship in Disguise #1. I know it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video. I apologize for that. I've actually been very busy the last couple years creating my own all-ages comic book, Stealth Hammer, which is actually live right now on Kickstarter. We're going into our last week as of this recording. So be sure to check out Stealth Hammer. There's a link for it down in the comments below, in the information below. And check it out. It's an all-ages comic book about a superhero that's part of a legacy of protectors that's caught up in a world of high-tech gadgetry and supernatural mythology. I call it like female Iron Fist meets Mega Man and Thor. So if that sounds like something of interest to you, please go down, check it out, click on the link below, and please support it, or at the very least share it with others. And throughout the week I'm going to be putting out some new videos, kind of catching up on some comics that I've been wanting to talk about, going back to some from the past that I've wanted to cover before. And throughout I'll be updating you guys on the Kickstarter, updating you on the comic, let you know how that's going. We are really close to goal, so I would really appreciate you guys backing it and supporting it, because I think it's something that you would find worthwhile, especially if you're a fan of pop culture references and just fun action stuff. So speaking of all ages comics, we have this Transformers My Little Pony Friendship in Disguise comic that came out. And when it came out, I saw a lot of reactions of people saying, like, what are we just scraping the bottom of the barrel and not really knowing what to really do next? Like, has Transformers just reached every single property out there? Because let's face it, they've touched Star Wars when it comes to toys. Transformers has touched Ghostbusters with a comic and a toy. They're about to do Back to the Future as a crossover. They've been with Star Trek. They've been all over, and now we're with My Little Pony. The story is written by James, the main story, it's called Transformation is Magic, is by James Asmus, and the artist is Tony Fleecs. And then there's a backup story as well that features RC and Rarity, My Little Pony Rarity, and that is written by Ian Flynn, and the artist is Jack Lawrence. And I was pleasantly surprised when I read this. I was not expecting to enjoy this comic as much as I did. Now, is it something that we needed out in the world? I don't know. Maybe right now we do. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's a basic story. You have Queen Chrysalis in the main story is calling upon her changelings, which is very appropriate for Transformers, and is opening a portal for assistance in defeating the other ponies. And she opens this portal, and of course the Transformers come through, the Autobots and the Decepticons. And we have Optimus meeting up with, along with Bumblebee, meeting up with Twilight Sparkle. We have Windblade meeting up with Rainbow Dash and explaining their situation. We don't get the stereotypical heroes fighting heroes situation in the story. We get them teaming up right away, trying to figure out a way to get them home. Like you said, it's not a story that is all that unique for the situation, but it's really well done. The art reminds me a lot of a blend between the My Little Pony cartoon that was out a few years ago and the G1 Transformers. It's like you're not quite getting both exactly, but you're getting a nice blend of the two together, and it works really well. The story makes sense. Believe it or not, the story is actually pretty good, considering you have these two properties that could not be more different from each other. You get a nice backup story, like I said, with RC and Rarity facing off against Starscream and the Seekers. This is a surprisingly good story, and I think people should actually check it out if you're a fan of either property. And I know that that's what IDW is going for, is they're trying to tap into the market of both properties. There's nothing wrong with doing that as long as you do it well, and I actually do think they did a very good job of this. I really, like I said, really did enjoy the storyline. I'm looking forward to more issues. Now, did this need to be a full miniseries? I don't know. It could have maybe just been a one-shot or maybe a two-parter, but we'll see how it plays out over the course of the miniseries. So With this issue, I am actually going to give it a very solid Heroes and a Half Shell rating. It's not something that's going to blow your mind. It's not going to be something that you have to rush out and get, but it is something that I would strongly recommend checking it out if you were on the fence at all about it or just wondering what it was all about. I think it's worth the time, and I think once you're done, you'll actually have a smile on your face and enjoy it. So that's my review when it comes to this issue. I never thought that I actually would be enjoying this issue as much as I did, so I highly recommend going and checking it out. And speaking of checking it out, again, reminder, check out Stealth Hammer. I really appreciate it. My artist Joel Jackson has done an amazing job. There's a backup story drawn by Alexandra Scott. We have amazing colorist Ross Hughes, who's working with his color assistant Evan Evans. We have a lot of amazing talent on this comic that we're doing. I didn't pull any punches with it. Made sure that the story is tight for you guys. And so like I said, I really appreciate if you go check it out. I'll be giving you updates all along as we go through this week. I'm going to try to get videos out every day or every other day to you guys where I'm doing comic reviews like the issue I covered today and giving you some quick updates or quick background when it comes to the comic that I'm producing as well. So I appreciate your time, and remember, the Force will be with you because knowing us is half the battle. Take care, everyone.